what I want to talk about today, and I've actually never talked about it as far as going to what the technique is, and I have a camera on my head and a camera down here so you can get both views pretty good. But that is the method of using two hands to be cleaning at one time. So for me, what that is the squeegee in my right hand and mop in my left hand. Now the way that I've been able to figure that out is that when I started window cleaning, I actually broke my right arm and I had to learn with my left, and it's made it easier to know how to clean with both hands. Okay, so the reason why I'm here at like a hot glass basically is because this is when I usually do this method. Now, if I was to mop this whole window up, right now it's pretty okay, right? So this is just the normal method of squeegeeing a window with fanning without really worrying about time or worrying about the water drying up or anything like that. So when I use two hands, I have my mop in my left, my squeegee in my right. How I start out is I'll start the window going like this. You'll see some guys in these speed competitions start like this. It's kind of dumb. It's not something you'd really want to do on the job. So if you're on the job and you do two hands, say you're in the sun, or really what happens is like cold days and you have the hot sun right on it, for some reason that's the worst. And then in a hot day also where the sun is really hitting the glass hard. So what I do is I start by doing one thing at the top, then I come in, bringing my squeegee in, coming back at the top, right? I'm working my way down the window just like I'm fanning normally, but just keeping my mop right underneath the squeegee and then closing out like that, right? And if you were in like inside of a place, you could catch all your water with your mop. Now some guys really, when they talk about this technique, they're really talking about catching all the water on your mop, what you see happening there from the corner of it. For me, this isn't as big of a thing. When I'm inside somewhere and I'm using this method, I always just bring a large towel that I'm going to clean up anything on the ground with. So I'm not really worrying too much about that. Explain this a little bit more in depth. So we start here with one pass at the top, then we come in and we come into the water, we cut in like we normally do, and we just follow the mop. I try to hold these with two hands. I try to think of keeping this edge connected with this edge. I don't really worry more about the other parts of it. I find that if I keep those two together, the rest of it follows. So see, so each side is where I'm meeting the corners, right? Right here, right here, right here, right there. I'm not worrying about the middle, or I'm not worrying about the bottom edge. So when I'm coming here, right, my bottom edge is this edge, my top edge is this edge. So I'm really watching the top edge rather than worrying about the bottom edge. No bad seals here. So I encourage you to really learn this method. I do not think I can do it with my left. Yeah, I cannot do it with my left hand and my right arm and with the sleeve. But if you were cleaning hot glass on a regular basis and you really want to learn how to do it fast, right? So like, I'll show you one more method. One more method you can do is you can start more in the middle. I would not start here. So I think what people tend to do is they forget to come grab the whole cloud that you're leaving here if you're doing a straight pull from here. It looks cool, but overall, it's just gonna get a little bit tiring over the day. The other thing about this, so if I'm cleaning dirty windows, this technique is not going to work, because if I move over here to this window, I just do one pass like that, there's still dirt here. that needs to be scrubbed more. So I'll show you. There's streaks there, right? So I always need to be doing this on maintenance cleans, you know, that I'm doing, you know, once every 2, once every 3, once every 4 weeks. Anything really past that though, I would suggest giving the window a good scrub and then using this method. So sometimes what I'll do on hot days is scrub down the whole window, scrub it down, and then start my follow method. And I don't really know what you would seriously call this method. I just call it cleaning with 2 hands. But some people could take that as is cleaning with 2 squeegees, which I can't do at one time. So, you know, that's the gist of it. I would learn how to clean with both hands, right? Your left and your right, if you want a fan. And that's how you do it. So that's the basic way to clean a window with both hands. Remember, we're going to learn this technique mostly when the windows are in the sun, or if you're really looking to catch all of your water on your mop. That's another way to do it too. For me, that's not really too much of a worry because I usually bring in like a big towel around to clean up that extra water. But if that's a worry for you, this is a great technique as well inside homes or inside any sort of business or restaurant. Just remember to always, when you're learning the technique, don't really worry about the whole, you know, washer and the whole squeegee. If you watch your 2 tips as they come together at the high end, as you're going back and forth, that'll be the easiest way to learn this technique. You know, don't start from the side and just come in like that. The quality there might not be as good. Just get 1 scrub at the top and then meet it with your squeegee and work your way down the window. And that will be the best way to do this method as far as what I've learned. I really encourage you to learn this method of cleaning with both hands. If you have any more questions about how to do this method, comment below and I'll help you out as much as possible, but I strongly encourage it. Have a good day, guys, and we'll talk to you later.